Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're going deep into the world of Ayurveda skincare.
Ooh, exciting.
And, we couldn't do that without talking about turmeric, right?
Or so.
So, so we've got a ton of research and articles here all about this golden spice.
The golden goodness, yes. It's been a star in Ayurveda for, well, thousands of years.
Thousands of years, wow. Okay, before we get lost in all that history, can you give us the Ayurvedic take on skincare? Is it just about looking good? Or is there more to it?
Oh, there's definitely more to it. In Ayurveda, it's not about covering up flaws, it's about creating a balance from within.
Balance from within.
Exactly. Ayurveda sees the mind, body, and spirit as connected, and skincare. It's a part of that whole picture, that holistic puzzle.
Okay, so it's less about chasing trends and more about understanding what your body needs.
Absolutely. And a big part of that is knowing your dosha. Think of it like your own personal blueprint, influencing everything from your personality to your skin type.
Right, the doshas. For those who need a little refresher, can you give us a quick rundown?
Sure, there are three main doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Each one is a unique blend of energies that kind of governs our physical and mental characteristics.
So like Vata types tend to have drier skin.
Spot on. While Pittas might be prone to breakouts or inflammation, and Kaphas often have oilier, thicker skin.
Okay, that's coming back to me now.
Yeah.
So where does turmeric fit into all of this? I mean, I've heard it's pretty important in Ayurveda skincare.
It's essential. Turmeric is what we call a tridoshic herb, meaning it can be good for all three doshas.
Oh, wow, a triple threat.
You could say that, but it's especially known for balancing Pitta and Kapha.
Why those two?
Well, turmeric has cooling, anti-inflammatory properties, which really soothe Pitta's fiery nature.
Makes sense.
And its astringent, purifying qualities help balance Kapha's tendency for excess oil.
So it's not just about using any random ingredient, it's about choosing the right one for your body, right?
Exactly. It's all about harmony.
I love that. Okay, so besides balancing the doshas, what else can turmeric do for the skin? What are the benefits?
Oh, there are so many. Ayurveda sees turmeric as a powerful purifier, cleansing the skin inside and out.
Inside and out.
Yep. It's believed to brighten the complexion, reduce blemishes, and even give you a youthful glow. Some ancient texts even say it gives the skin splendor like that of the moon and the sun.
Wow, that's poetic. You mentioned turmeric working internally too. Does that mean what we eat affects our skin?
Absolutely. Ayurveda really emphasizes the connection between food and overall well-being, including skin health.
Interesting. Like, are there certain foods that are good or bad for your skin?
There are. For example, all vegetables are generally good for kapha types,
Okay,
except potatoes, tomatoes, and water chestnuts. Those are best to avoid.
good to know. So it's not just about what you put on your skin, but what you put in your body.
Exactly. It's all about balance.
So are there any foods Ayurveda specifically recommends alongside turmeric for getting that radiant skin?
Plenty. Fresh fruits and vegetables are always a great choice, packed with vitamins and antioxidants.
Those are always good anyway.
Right. And for kapha types, lighter foods are better. Avoid anything heavy, oily, or fried.
I can see how that would make sense.
It can lead to congestion. Now, about milk, dairy can be a little tricky for some doshas, right?
Yeah, I've heard that. But I've also heard spiced milk is good in Ayurveda.
You're right. Plain milk might not be ideal for everyone, especially kaphas.
Right?
But when you add warming spices like turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon, it becomes much easier to digest.
Oh, interesting.
And actually, it's very nourishing for all doshas.
So it's like a delicious internal skincare routine.
Exactly.
Okay, so fruits, veggies, spiced milk, got it. Anything else we should keep in mind?
Well, honey is often recommended for skin, but in Ayurveda, it's considered heating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So while it's fine for Vata and Kapha, it might not be good for Pitta, especially when it's warm out.
Ah, good to know. So we've covered what we put in our bodies. What about using turmeric topically? I've heard of something called Ubtan. What is that? And how does turmeric fit in?
Oh, Uptan, such great example of Ayurveda wisdom that's been passed down for generations.
So it's like an ancient face mask recipe.
Exactly. Think of it as a ritual, a way to cleanse, exfoliate, and nourish the skin all at once.
Yeah, all in one. So what's in this Ubtan?
Well, the ingredients can vary, but turmeric is almost always a key player. It brings all those purifying and glow-boosting properties to the mix.
And this Ubtan, are there any modern skincare brands using it? Or is it just something people make at home?
Oh, there are definitely modern brands using it. There's a company called Uptano that's doing some really cool things with this tradition.
Uptano. I've never heard of them.
They've created a whole line of face masks and facial oil serums based on Upten, making it super easy to get those turmeric benefits.
Wow, that's amazing. It's like taking ancient wisdom and making it work for today.
Exactly, bridging that gap.
So what kind of ingredients are we talking about in these Uptan masks?
Well, like I said, Uptan is all about versatility. You'll find things like gram flour, sandalwood, rose petals, neem, and of course turmeric. Each ingredient is chosen for its specific benefits for the skin.
I see. So Uptano has kind of taken that concept and perfected it.
In a way, yes. They've carefully curated their ingredients, making sure they're ethically sourced and of the highest quality.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Now, are there any downsides to using turmeric on the skin?
Well, there's one thing to be aware of.
What's that?
Turmeric can sometimes temporarily stain the skin.
Oh, right. I've heard that.
But don't worry, it usually fades pretty quickly.
Okay, good. Any tips for avoiding the staining?
You can mix it with other ingredients like yogurt or honey, or simply use a smaller amount. A little goes a long way with turmeric.
Good advice. Anything else we should know?
Just like with any new ingredient, it's always smart to do a patch test first, just in case you have any sensitivities.
Right. Always better to be safe than sorry.
And make sure you're using high-quality organic turmeric powder that's meant for skincare.
That makes sense. So quality matters, just like with anything else you put on your skin.
Exactly. Now, you mentioned being intrigued by Uptano. What makes their products stand out compared to just, mixing up some turmeric and gram flour at home?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. What's the advantage of using their products?
Well, it comes down to the formulation and the sourcing. With Uptano, you're getting a carefully crafted blend of ingredients in specific ratios to get the most benefit.
So it's more than just throwing things together.
Right. Plus, they're really committed to ethical and sustainable sourcing for their turmeric, so you know it's free of any nasty chemicals.
That's definitely a plus. Okay, I'm sold. Now, you talked about some DIY remedies. Can you give us a simple turmeric face mask recipe that we can try at home?
Sure. A classic one is just mixing a tablespoon of gram flour with a teaspoon of turmeric powder, then adding enough milk or yogurt to make a paste.
Okay, that sounds easy enough.
Apply it to clean skin, let it dry for 10-15 minutes, then rinse with lukewarm water.
And that's it?
Yep. You'll be left with soft, glowing skin.
I love it. Simple, effective, and rooted in ancient wisdom. So we've covered a lot about turmeric's benefits and how to use it. What would you say is the key takeaway here? What should someone remember if they want to start using turmeric in their skincare routine?
The most important thing is to remember that Ayurveda is a holistic system.
Right, we've talked about that.
It's not just about putting turmeric on your skin. It's about knowing your needs and creating a routine that supports your overall well-being.
So it's about nourishing your skin from the inside out.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment to find what works best for you. Whether you try a DIY Uptan mask, check out Uptano's products, or even just add a pinch of turmeric to your moisturizer, there are so many ways to enjoy this golden spice.
This has been so insightful. I'm feeling inspired to add some turmeric to my routine. But before we wrap up, is there anything else we should know about turmeric in Ayurveda skincare?
Well, we've been talking about Ayurveda's holistic approach. What does that really mean for someone who wants to get the most out of turmeric skincare? Is it more than just using the right products?
Yeah, that's a good point. So there's more to it.
You got it. It's about understanding that our mind, body, and spirit are all connected.
Okay.
So while turmeric is great for your skin topically, you'll get even more benefits if you live an Ayurvedic lifestyle.
An Ayurvedic lifestyle. Where do you even begin with that?
Well, remember how we talked about doshas? Understanding yours is key.
Right.
Each dosha has specific diet and lifestyle recommendations to help keep things balanced.
Can you give us an example?
Sure, like Pitta types might do well with cooling foods and calming practices like yoga.
I could see that.
And Vata individuals might need grounding routines and warming foods.
So it's about finding what works for you.
Exactly. It's about tuning into your body and giving it what it needs.
Love that.
Yeah.
Are there any Ayurvedic principles that are good for everyone, regardless of their dosha?
Absolutely. One big one is focusing on fresh whole foods.
Okay, that makes sense.
And try to avoid processed or refined foods as much as possible.
Yeah, that's good advice in general.
It really is. This simple change can make a huge difference in your overall health, including your skin.
Right, it's all connected. What else?
Mindful eating is another important one.
What does that mean exactly?
It means slowing down, really tasting your food, and paying attention to your body's signals.
So, like knowing when you're full.
Exactly. That can really help your digestion and nutrient absorption, which in turn affects your skin.
I know, I'm definitely guilty of eating lunch at my desk super fast.
We all do it. It's just a reminder to slow down and enjoy the moment.
I like that. Any other tips?
Finding ways to manage stress is huge.
Oh, yeah, stress is the worst.
It really can be. And it often shows up on our skin, inflammation, breakouts.
Ugh, tell me about it. So what can you do?
Things like meditation, spending time in nature, or even just deep breathing can make a difference.
Those are good ideas. So it sounds like turmeric is just one part of this whole puzzle.
Right.
And your diet, lifestyle, how you handle stress, it all plays a role in getting that true radiance.
You've got it. It's all about creating that harmony between what you do and what you put on your skin.
Wow, this has been so eye-opening. I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of Ayurveda.
There's so much to explore, but I think the main thing to remember is that real beauty isn't just about your looks. It comes from a sense of balance and well-being within.
I love that. It's not about being perfect. It's about feeling healthy and radiant from the inside out.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into turmeric and Ayurveda, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away?
Remember that turmeric isn't just a fad. It's a link to an ancient system of wisdom that's all about holistic well-being. Embrace its benefits, both inside and out, and most importantly, listen to your body.
Okay.
Pay attention to how it responds to different things, and create a routine that really works for you.
That's such great advice. It's about taking control of your well-being and creating a skincare ritual that nourishes your whole self.
That's the goal.
Thank you so much for taking us on this journey into the world of turmeric and Ayurveda. It's been amazing.
My pleasure. I always love talking about this stuff.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. We hope you feel inspired to explore Ayurveda and discover your own radiant potential. Until next time, stay curious, stay well, and keep glowing.